Today we're going to be talking about Quarantinternet Success, staying healthy, staying informed, staying connected, and having fun. My name is Erin McCune. I'm CEO of EasyNet. I've been in technology for over 15 years now. I'm a self-proclaimed Zentertainer, which is a silly word that really means I'm constantly driven to create the best possible experience for everyone within my sphere of influence. Friends come to me all the time for help with their technology, whether it's helping them figure out how to do something on their iPhone or finding a technology tool to make their life better. That's why I put together this presentation, finding ways to use technology to make this very challenging time the best possible experience it can be. Quarantine by its very nature can be isolating and lonely and maybe even a little bit scary. And I wanted to help in the way that I know how, which is offering internet tools that can make things a little bit better. So today we're going to be talking about 6 things: the benefits of the internet and why Quarantinternet Success is so important, using the internet safely and keeping you and your data safe, staying healthy, staying informed for both you and your family, staying connected with friends and loved ones, and most importantly, having fun. There are a lot of benefits of the internet, but as it applies to being quarantined, we're going to focus on 4 of them. The first and perhaps most important is staying connected. We already talked about how being quarantined can feel very isolated, so keeping you connected with the outside world is incredibly important. Using the internet has also been shown to decrease depression risk by over 30%, probably due in large part to its ability to keep you connected when you may not be able to connect in person. It also keeps your brain healthy. Reading, writing, and playing games all help keep your brain in tip-top shape. And of course, there's a ton of tools on the internet to keep you organized and help you remember things. EasyNet's only one of them. As I said, there are lots of benefits to the internet, and we're going to give you lots of sites to check out, but it's also very important to keep you and your data safe. Now, you may have heard this before, but one of the most important things to remember is not to click on links or attachments in emails unless you recognize the sender or you're expecting them. Clicking on the wrong link or attachment opens you up to computer viruses as well as fraud. You also want to verify that the sender of the email is truly who you think they are. Many hackers and spammers will send you an email that appears to be from a friend or a family member or a trusted source, but the underlying email will give it away most of the time. If you look at the domain name, which is the part of the email address after the @ symbol, it's usually very clear whether or not it's a trusted sender. And in some email clients, you do need to hover over the name to see the email address, but double check that it really is the sender you think it is. Many secure sites today also have 2-factor authentication as a secondary form of security to protect you. Even after you've entered your username and password, they'll text a code to your phone or email you a code to confirm it's really you. Never give that code to anyone else via email or over the phone. Only use it to confirm your account on a trusted site. And lastly, with so many websites requiring a login today, I know it's very tempting to reuse passwords, but it's so important to use unique, high-security passwords with every site. That said, the average American has over 90 username and passwords, so it would be nearly impossible to keep all of those in your brain, which is why the most technology experts recommend a password manager. We did design EasyNet to be super easy to use for non-technical users, but it's much more important that you use a password manager than that you use ours. Okay, so now that you're safe, let's get on to the fun stuff. First, let's talk about staying healthy. You'll notice on this page and pages after it that a lot of the writing is in blue and underlined. That means these are hyperlinks, which means that if you click them, it'll redirect you out to the internet to a specific website. And these links won't work in video or on YouTube, but I will be sending along this presentation as a PowerPoint with clickable links, so you can go ahead and access these sites. I have strongly prioritized free websites whenever possible. When we talk about staying healthy, we're talking about both your physical health and your mental health, and there are some great resources online. These include the Center for Disease Control, also known as CDC, National Institutes of Health, healthfinder.org, which is a government site, Yoga with Adriene, who has over 6 million subscribers and offers free yoga classes you can do in your home. And if you want to get adventurous, I included a low-impact, high-intensity workout you can do at home. As I've mentioned from the start, protecting your mental health from feeling lonely and isolated is critical. Meditation can be a great way to center yourself and calm your mind, so I've included guided meditation from UCLA. Breathing is also an important way to relax and calm your physiology, so I included breathing exercises from WebMD. And journaling is another important thing you can do to improve your mental health, and also capture your life stories to share with your friends and loved ones. Some people do prefer putting pen to physical paper, but online journaling, like at EasyNet, can be an easy way to share your stories, even if your handwriting isn't great. Now, lots of people talk today about fake news and have difficulty trusting news sources, and certainly, the huge number of news sources and content makes it difficult to know what to believe. I've found media bias charts like this one really helpful in identifying what kind of spin the author is likely to put on their story, and help you understand why a friend who gets their news from a different source may have a very different perception of a situation. The sources here are grouped from left-wing sources to right-wing sources, and I know some of the writing's kind of small, so you may want to wait until you're reviewing the PowerPoint version of this deck to see it better. Of course, you're certainly welcome to choose news from any column you like, but the recommendations I've made on the next page are sources that fall mostly in the center. With the exception of the New York Times, which trends slightly left, and Wall Street Journal tends slightly right. And also both of those are behind a paywall. And a paywall means that many of their stories require a paid subscription for you to access. But the top one there is Reuters, who makes a really strong effort to remain neutral. And then ABC News, it's also in the center column. And I also included EasyNet on this page because we help you stay informed by collecting your digital legacy in a single place. Your online accounts, including password management. So we essentially constantly and automatically update whenever you add a new website or change your password. We also offer secure document storage, ability to capture your stories through a daily journal prompt, and most importantly, we prompt you to have a legacy contact so that all of your information gets seamlessly passed on. Okay, let's talk about the most important piece, which is staying connected. Most of you probably already have Facebook, which means that you automatically already also have access to Facebook Messenger. This allows you to call your Facebook friends using the internet, either for an audio call or a video call. If you're using your personal computer, at the top of the page, you'll see a little icon that looks like a speech bubble. And if you create a message from that dropdown, which is your Messenger dropdown, with any of your friends, that conversation shows up in a new window with buttons at the top right, with a phone icon for an audio call and a video camera icon for a video call. And there's a link here to a video with more explanation. WhatsApp, I primarily included that one because I know many of us have friends and loved ones around the world, and WhatsApp is the most common application that people use worldwide to connect with one another because it's free across the internet. You do have to connect with users before you call them, so just like you friend someone on Facebook, and it is most commonly used as a smartphone app, but you can also use it on your personal computer, and I included a link to a video to show you how. Zoom is the last resource I've included here, and you can set up a free account to allow you to do video calls anywhere in the world. This is how my mom and I have been able to play games together while maintaining social distancing and quarantine. And I've also heard of people, they've done virtual coffees, virtual lunches, even virtual happy hour. And Zoom typically limits their free accounts to 40 minutes and 100 users, but right now, given everything that's going on, they've lifted that limit and are letting you use their unlimited account for free, though I don't know how long that'll last. Zoom is super easy to use and has great tutorials on their website, and I've also included a link to some instructions here. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about having fun. Connecting with people, of course, can definitely be fun, but it can also be fun to just be by yourself. I didn't include it here, but libraries do now offer a lot of ebooks for free via their site. So if you're an avid reader, you may check those out. I also didn't include video sites like Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, YouTube, because I figure most people know how to find those. But many people don't realize the plethora of free online games and humor sites that exist. So I've picked out some of these that I think you'll enjoy. This simple arcade includes arcade games that you can play online, like you used to play in the arcade. And addicting games is just what it sounds like. There's also a number of free card game sites that are out there. My mom and I play euchre on one of them. And as far as humor sites, Everyday Wisdom has some great jokes and funny stories. Tickled has a variety of jokes you can use on your next Zoom call with your friends. And Cracked offers funny stories and articles. Now, I know we've covered all of this fairly quickly, so feel free to rewind and rewatch parts of this that are of interest to you. Remember, all the hyperlinks to the resources I discussed are available in the accompanying PowerPoint, and I welcome any questions or feedback. My email is erin@easynet.com, so that's ERIN at easynet, EASEE, because we make things easy to see, .com. Remember to wash your hands, don't touch your face, and achieve Quarantinternet success. Thanks for watching.